Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard, in a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer started with mixed feelings about this folding e-bike, noting that the product they received differed from what was advertised online. The initial discrepancies included a missing front disc brake and a motor with a lower power rating than expected. Furthermore, the keyed ignition had been replaced with a simple push button, raising some security concerns. However, our reviewer's experience took a positive turn after contacting the seller. They were responsive and offered a satisfactory solution that avoided the hassle of a return. Once this client decided to keep the bike, they found their initial worries were largely unfounded. The single rear brake proved to be perfectly adequate for typical cycling speeds, providing enough stopping power for safe riding. While the motor wasn't as powerful as advertised on paper, its real-world performance was surprisingly comparable to another higher-wattage electric scooter they own. In terms of performance, our reviewer gets a respectable range of about 10 to 15 miles using just the throttle, depending on the speed setting. This distance is quite suitable for local commuting. They appreciate the bike's core features, especially its ability to fold down and fit into a car, and the option to use pedal assist for exercise and extending the battery life. This is a huge advantage over kick scooters if the battery runs out. The experience wasn't without minor hitches. The seat post had a tendency to slide down, an issue that was easily fixed by replacing the stock plastic shim with a more effective one. They also made several practical upgrades, including a GPS speedometer and a much brighter headlight for navigating poorly lit rural roads.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer wanted to wait and use this electric bike for a while before sharing their experience, and they concluded it has been a fantastic choice. Our reviewer, being on the shorter side, found its size to be a perfect fit. They noted the small rear seat seemed suitable only for a child and were unsure if it could be easily removed. For daily commuting and getting around the city, the speed is great, and the ride feels consistently smooth without any issues. This client found the battery life sufficient for most trips, but they offered a word of caution for those planning longer excursions. On one extended round trip that lasted over 2 hours, the battery gave out on the return journey. Because of this, they suggest that anyone planning to ride for long distances might want to invest in a second battery. A few minor adjustments were needed at the start. The seat tended to slip down but was easily secured after tightening it. Assembly was a two-person job that took about an hour. One of the standout features our reviewer appreciated was the solid rubber tires, which eliminate the worry of getting a flat from glass or other street debris. The bike is also lightweight enough to be carried up and down stairs without much trouble, and its folding capability adds another layer of convenience. However, this client did raise a couple of concerns. They noticed small spots of rust beginning to form after only a little while. More significantly, the throttle spring broke from heavy use, meaning it no longer bounces back into place automatically. This requires caution, as an accidental push could cause the bike to move forward on its own. Despite these minor drawbacks, the overall impression is overwhelmingly positive, with our reviewer highly recommending it, especially for shorter riders.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer, having recently ventured into the world of electric bikes for the first time, shared an overall positive initial impression after a test run. Everything about this electric bike seemed to be in good order, with no significant issues that would warrant a return. Installation was noted as straightforward and simple, making the initial setup hassle-free. One of the big advantages highlighted by our reviewer is the flexibility to use this electric bike with or without its battery. It reportedly rides fairly decently even when just relying on pedal power, which is a pleasant surprise given its compact wheels. The folding function also works precisely as advertised, a key feature for convenience. While the backseat hasn't been utilized yet, the experience of riding in all-electric mode for a period was quite comfortable. Our reviewer also felt that because this electric bike sits relatively low to the ground, it could be suitable for a wide range of users, from younger riders to the elderly. The absolute standout quality, according to this client, is the sheer convenience this electric bike offers. The battery is remarkably easy to insert and remove, and the seat can be adjusted upwards without obstructing the battery compartment. The electric bike itself folds down efficiently, with multiple folding points, and even the pedals can be collapsed, a detail that often bothered the reviewer on their mountain bike. There's even a handy grab handle located under the seat, which is particularly useful for lifting the electric bike given its central frame hinge. Essential features like the lights and the electric bell were also reported to function perfectly. Despite the overwhelmingly positive experience, there were a few minor complaints, none of which were considered deal breakers. Our reviewer noted that this electric bike is fairly weighty, making it a bit of a chore to carry, even for just a couple of stairs. Another minor point was the steering handle, W.
And that's it. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching.